Hey everyone, it's Skyla. Welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing very well. Hopefully when the video uploads you'll see part 1. Part 1 was very interesting. This is even more interesting because we're doing top 10 of the worst, or people might like to say least favourite capital cities in the world. But I'm putting a disclaimer out here again. This is my opinion. I have reasons why I don't like these countries. Just some. I'll just say it's just my opinion. Like, as I say, your opinion could be different to mine. And I just want to say, I just get told what the topic is. I just do the lists. So when I get told what the topic is, like next week, I don't even know what we're doing next week because he hasn't told me yet. So I just want to put that out there as well. So let's start. Now I have reasons for these. Now, some people might think it's cool. As I said, some people, you are entitled to your opinion, but this is mine. So 10 is Athens in Greece. If you don't know why, it has one of the worst homeless population, and also a lot of graffiti. And it can get a little bit rough, but it's not as bad as others that's on my list, and I'll explain reasons. 9 is a country in South America. The capital city is Asuncion, and the country is Paraguay. Yeah. You're probably thinking, why? Why is Skyla put Paraguay? Probably because it's how can I explain it? Back in the day, many years ago, Paraguay and another country on my list, and others in the Amazon, were all about cannibals. I don't like cannibals. Yes, it's one of my big phobias. I don't like the thought of being eaten alive, and I don't like going to a country that inhabits that, whether it's past or present. So, and another country on my list has something to do with that, but even worse than Paraguay. So yeah. But Paraguay is more past. It's not so bad now, but it is a quite poor country as well. So yeah. So 8 is Bratislava in Slovakia. You're probably thinking, why Bratislava? Remember, this is my opinion. There was a movie many years ago. Well, 17 years ago to be precise. I think it's 17. Around that, 17, 18 years ago. And you'll recognise the movie. It's called Hostel. And it's about, yes. And it's actually because it was based on true events, because people were actually getting trafficked and kidnapped from Bratislava. So the movie was like an imagination of kind of what was going on. Where, yeah. So things like that do happen. And don't get me wrong, like many people have said good things about Bratislava, but for me, it put me right off from going to that country. From seeing that movie and hearing things that can happen, and yeah, you can get trafficked from parts of Eastern Europe, so yeah, and from Europe and from America and everywhere, so yeah. So 7, the capital city is New Delhi, and of course we're on about India. Oh man, where do we begin with India? Yes, it's got a good culture and a good food, but that's how far it will go, in my opinion. The country is one of the most poorest in the world. It's filthy. There's prostitution. There's child marriages. It's something that it puts me off from going there, knowing that these things are really happening. Yeah. And it's just, and people getting raped and stuff like that, because that's one of the countries that is noted for that. Raping children. And it's disgusting, and it makes me feel sick and anxious, and it is just a country that I would never ever go to. No matter if you would pay me £1 million, €1 million, I would never step foot in India. Not even Pakistan, not even Bangladesh. Would not even put my feet in any of those countries. 6, Sai told me a good point about this next country, and yeah, I'll explain to you in a minute. It's Moscow in Russia. Right. And I was like, it's not as bad as it seems. But you get told things, and basically it's like this. It's the same with my number 5, basically, but worse for my number 5 than it is for number 6. But in Moscow and surrounding areas, if they find out about your sexuality, you are killed for your sexuality. Yes. So, yes, it is a country I've been to, but I went to St. Petersburg many, many, many years ago. And it's alright, but it's still a bad country with all the corruption and all that shit. But yeah, and like, just for something innocent as that, you're going to be killed. It's the same with number 5, but number 5 has a crazy dictatorship, president, whatever you want to call him, because I'm going on to number 5. The capital city is Pyongyang, and you're like, where the is that? It's in North Korea. And now North Korea take things a step further. Now, you know, if you take a laptop in that country, well, this is what I've been told by other YouTubers, that's why they don't take their laptops to this country. You have your laptop confiscated at the airport. You're not allowed to take cameras and all this stuff into North Korea, because they think that you're going to do something, you're like a spy or whatever. It's crazy. Yeah, people still take the phones, but they are one of the most strictest countries in the world at border. They will take anything off you, and yeah, it's crazy. And obviously, they do these crazy, crazy rituals. It's bonkers. The country is bonkers. What they're fucking doing now. Basically, it's just crazy. And Kim Jong, whatever it is, name is. I've even forgotten his name and I don't even care. He's crazy. He's even crazier than the people are. Yeah, people could be nice or are nice in North Korea, but he's something else. He's something else, him. Now, these top 4 are, to me, the worst capital cities in the world. Number 4 is Monrovia in Liberia. It's one of the most poorest countries in the world. It's one of the worst countries in the world for being a witch doctor. And so is my number 1, by the way. But we'll talk about that. You've got some of the poorest people in the world. Women can be raped and beaten for no reason, or make up things, and they do all this stuff and blah blah blah. Yes, so yeah. And if people say, "Oh, this is a nice country," blah blah blah, no, I have been told. So there you go. And a lot of the time, the news fabricates for the little storytelling. So, there you go. So, 3, I am just going to come out of it. For me, this is one of the worst countries in the world. The president is absolutely bonkers. Needs his head cutting off for genocide and what else? He doesn't even know how to be a president, for starters. He's killed. He is responsible, because you've got to put it on his, however to pronounce his name, Never blah 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 blah. Yeah, that president. He's responsible for killing 2-day-old babies that have not long just come out of their mum's womb, and I've just come out of the hospital, and a guy went to get the twins' birth certificates, came back and they're dead, and they were days old. This is how much this president of this country is stark raving mad. He needs to be shot. He needs to be chopped away. And yeah, I know people who are of this religion are going to say this blah 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 blah. And I'm on about Tel Aviv, and I'm on about Israel. It's the president and some of the Israeli people that think their land is in Palestine and whatever. Palestine is a country. It's legally recognised as a country. It's not like Petrovia, which is the one that's not recognised as a country next to Moldova. Palestine is recognised as a country, and yet you want to take that away from the people. No wonder people have left. Because you're trying to take their country away from them, and yet people are going to argue with me and say, no, it's Israel, it belongs to Israel, blah, 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 blah. This, and this. Remember, this is my opinion. My video, my top 10 list. The Israel people need to know that if you think it's right to go to Palestine and kill 2-day-old babies, then I think you seriously need fucking help. Like, you people need to go to a nutty ward if you think that's okay, that your president is allowing the Israeli army to do that shit to the Palestinian people. And for babies that are 2 days old, not even 2 days old on this planet, killed for what? For what? Yeah. Killed for what? because they were innocently born in a beautiful country called Palestine. Yeah. I'm just going to end it like that, because if I carry on, I'll get more passionate and more emotional and stuff like that. So now you know why I don't like Israel. I've never liked the country anyway. So yeah. So number 2 is, I was mentioning this at number 9. This is the second country, but this is a country I've actually been to, and it still puts me off to this day, knowing that I was in a country surrounded by cannibals. Capital city is Panama City. Country is Panama. Yeah. Yes. I know. As I said to you, I know I don't really talk about much about me, but I do have a little few phobias, and as I said, if you're reading at number 9, I mentioned it there. So my number 1, top of the shop, top 10 of the worst capital cities in the world, in my opinion, is Dodoma in Tanzania. It's kind of the same reason for number 4, but I'm going to go a little step further. This country is fucking crazy. It's fucking poor. It will fucking... They are kind of scammers. Yes, they are scam artists. They are witch doctors. That they believe that this little thing that you buy, or it can help you with your fertility. Fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. Then... Oh my god. Do I have to even fucking say this? Not all the people, but some people are the worst in the world. I'm not mentioning names. So yeah. Just Tanzania. Yes, some parts of the country is beautiful, like Zanzibar. But some of the people are just crazy. And then you've got people just like, and this country is noted for, you're in a car, you're in a taxi, yes, and the car's moving, and you've got kids running after the car begging you for money. Yeah, begging you for money. It's one of the worst deprived countries, not only in Africa, but in this world. It's, people will say, oh, it's improved, it's really nice, it's got a nice safari, you can go to Kenya next door, blah, blah, blah. To me, Tanzania is the worst country in the world. I have my reasons why. I don't really want to talk about it much more. But, yeah, and I'll just leave it like that. It's like Israel. Like, Tanzania has stuff that's got bits with number 4, bits with number 6, bits with number 7. Yeah. But bigger. And that's all I'm going to say. So, let's start my list again. 10, Athens in Greece. 9, Asuncion in Paraguay. 8, Bratislava in Slovakia. 7, New Delhi in India. 6, Moscow in Russia. 5, Pyongyang in North Korea. 4, Monrovia in Liberia. 3, Tel Aviv in Israel. 2, Panama City and Panama. And number 1 from a top 10 of my worst capital cities in the world, in my opinion, is Dodoma in fucking Tanzania. And yeah, if you want to argue with me with that's your opinion, but mine is that right there, number 1. And there's my list. So yeah, this week is done and dusted. And you know what? I can't wait to find out next week. But as he said, I've give me a few days and then I'll let you know. And I was like, okay. And I will say, good list this week. Different, but good. I was impressed. So I hope next week we can roll on, because you still got 3 more weeks of this after this. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Turn that notification bell on. You will get a brand new video from me, possibly next week. Yeah, because I have something else coming up my sleeve very soon. So yeah, so stay gaudy and have unpleasant dreams. I'll see you all in next week's video for week 3 of Simon's Takeover Top 10 Thursdays. Bye.